Real quick, this is not a sponsored video at all. I wasn't exactly happy with the audio quality of our first video, so I decided to test out a different microphone, and I went with the Audio-Technica ATR 2100X. It's USB-C XLR with onboard monitoring and a volume knob. Like, this thing is insane. This thing would have changed my life like 10 years ago, but it exists now. Less than $50 on Amazon right now. This is not sponsored. Like, I just genuinely really like this product. But anyway, we're talking about love, guys. So if you Google love definition, right, what you're gonna get is a screen with like not just multiple definitions, but sub definitions of those definitions. One thing that keeps coming up in these definitions is the term deep affection. So the first definition of love is an intense feeling of deep affection. And then a couple definitions under that, it says feel deep affection for someone. So that phrase deep affection, or affection just in general, pretty much comes up in every single definition and sub-definition on Google. And that got me thinking, like, why that phrase specifically? I feel like you can have a deep affection for someone and not love them. But then I also feel like you can't love someone if you don't have deep affection for them. You know, if somebody was like, oh, I love you, but I'm not deeply affectionate about you, then I'd be like, what? That's weird. But if somebody was like, I have a deep affection for this person, but like, we don't, like, that doesn't mean I love them. Like, we don't love each other. And I'd be like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Maybe I chose a strange time to make this video, if you know what I mean. Maybe I shouldn't have done certain things outside in the street that involve smoke. Be that as it may, here we are. So we're talking about love because it's February, and that's like what you talk about, you know, when it's February, because that's the only time that it's important and that it matters. No, listen, I'm not gonna be that guy. I do think that there is a bunch of people who are super into Valentine's Day and into just like romanticizing the month of February, which is kind of cool. It's also Black History Month. It's also the shortest month. America said the two things we do not have time for is love and black people. Love only get a day. Fuck the bullshit, bro. Oh, man. But I just wanted to talk about love, man, because love's not just any one thing. I think that people sort of conflate love with romantic gestures. Getting somebody flowers is like a really common thing. It's a romantic gesture, but it's not indicative of love. Like, a lot of people will get lady flowers for the first date or something. A lot of these restaurants, tables be dumb small, bro. Where's she gonna put them damn flowers? And did you get a vase for them shits? Did you get a vase for them flowers? Where you gonna put the flowers? She gotta carry the paper, she gotta carry the plastic flower bush. Yo! Holy shit, it's been so long in the video. Wow, and we have not touched on anything concrete at all. I feel like as a kid, I was never super into the idea of like marriage, right? And it's gotten to the point now where I'm 31 and I feel weird when people bring up marriage. Like, I feel weird when people are like, oh, I gotta go to a wedding or something. I need this thing. I need this dress. Or like, oh, we're all flying to Jamaica, so I need to take off of work and like find childcare to go to this wedding. And I'm like, I kind of don't give a fuck, man. I'm sorry. Don't invite me to your wedding, gang. That's maybe that's like fucked up to say, but this is how I feel right now. And I feel like love is kind of like that, where it's like malleable and changing all the time, which is why when you Google that shit, there's like 46,000 definitions, because that shit means different things to different people. For me, it's like marriage was never super important to me. I didn't know anybody whose parents were married. Like, legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least in any official capacity. I knew maybe like 4 people that I can remember off the top of my head. I didn't grow up seeing that. And then all the films that make marriage the crux of the story, right? Or like just like any sort of princess in despair, damsel in distress situation. Cinderella especially, right? Like, she meets, like, the shoe fits and like that's her Prince Charming, and like it's all about her. Marriage has kind of always been marketed to like girls and like young women, you know? Like, that's like a goal for them. I've never seen an example of marriage in my entire life that like spoke to me in a way that made me desire that. So now, when at 31, when people talk about getting married, it seems so alien to me. Like, it seems so strange. Like, it seems like such a strange ritual. Because people are like, yo, we've been together 10 years and we aren't married yet. Does the clock start over when you get married? What the fuck? Like, I never understood that as like an end goal, because it's like, when the novelty wears off, do you actually like this person? Do you actually love this person? For a lot of people, marriage is the means to like an end, but like, what's the end? Every day I think that I know myself in that way, and it turns out that like I'm pretty fucking wrong. Like I tried to be monogamous, you know, like monogamy, you know, like when you're just one person, one partner, whatever. I tried that because that's what I was told was normal. That's what I was told that I should do. And it didn't go over well. I was like cheating and stuff. Late teens, early 20s Dominican man shit. You already know. And then I became a dad and the whole fucking world cleared up. Like I watched that kid take his first breath, and then I held him that night, and then I did it again the second time. That shit's love right there, man. That shit is primordial. You can't make sense of it. You can't define it. Like it's not just a deep affection. It's a fucking responsibility. Love is a responsibility, you know? Like when you say you love someone, like you like that's a contract, that's a covenant, I think. And it's like you owe it to that person to make them feel that way. Like you don't just say that shit and then make them not feel it, or at least make them secure in that. And I try every single day to make my sons secure in the fact that I love them, even though I don't spend every day with them, you know, because I co-parent and all that. And the decision to co-parent is partly because I had the realization that like if I'm gonna raise my sons to be a certain way and like live by a certain code and be of a certain caliber, I gotta start moving like that. I can't be a do as I say, not as I do type dad. I had to start living my truth so that I wouldn't download all the fucked up weirdo shit my older family figures would just fucking chuck into my brain at like the ripe age of 9. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You guys have those uncles that are like, yo, you getting bitches yet or what? Like, what's up? You got your dick wet? Bro, I'm 9. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, no, bro, I'm watching Metabots at grandma's house. What are we talking about? Fucking crazy. What was I saying? Oh, right. Living my truth. If I was going to lead my sons by example, then I had to live by that example. And that example being, you know, moving honestly with everyone about everything, including people you love. And sometimes people love multiple people. And that is facts, bro. Like, people love to joke on polyamory and on polyamorous people, but like, look at me, I'm a cutie patootie. Like, what? You think I'm gonna just love one person? That's crazy. There are genuine ways to sort of live that lifestyle in a healthy way. People just like to clown on poly folks because it's like, whatever, like, it's like the cool thing to do if you're boring and monogamous. No, I'm fucking around, man. Monogamy's tight. I don't know what it is. It's that every time I was in a monogamous relationship, man, it got to a point where it felt like I wasn't me. Like I was just like the monogamous version, like the normie version that like society and movies and like, you know, our parents tell us that it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, they cheating on each other. They fucking other people. They got side folks. People would rather lie to each other. That's crazy to me. At some point, the shit is gonna unfold. Like, you know, like why lie? I think if you have the capacity to do that to somebody, then maybe you like don't know what love is. I don't think. Love is so complicated, man. Oh my God. Because it's crazy. Like you could really try your best to like explain something, a concept, like loving multiple people at once. You could try to assure them as much as possible that that doesn't mean that you love them any less. The shit just don't be clicking, man. Sometimes you just gotta accept that that's how people are. Love is so complicated and so specific that I don't think I've ever loved any two people the same, even remotely. It's so specific and so raw that like it takes time to develop and time to get to know. It takes time to learn each version of that with each person you encounter. And I think that shit is so cool, man. That's why I love that movie Interstellar. Dude, Interstellar's so fucking sick, bro. Interstellar's the fucking sickest shit, bro. Bro, Interstellar, bro. Fucking classic. You know, in a world of science and numbers and algorithms and formulas and straight answers, you know, the whole crux of that movie is that everybody on that cast loved someone, and love transcends space and time. No matter how far away you are from someone, no matter how, you know, how long it's been since you've spoken, like, it's a feeling. It's a feeling and it's a responsibility. And like, yeah, it's like worth fighting for or holding on to. And yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I think a lot of people don't know what love is. Maybe what they've been told or what they've been shown is like a skewed version of it. Some people, like, they come from like abusive situations or whatever, and like that's their idea of love. Their idea is like, oh well, like if you don't crash out about me, then like you don't care about me for real. And that is batshit bonkers insane, bro. People grow up in those environments. You know what I'm saying? I saw some of that around me. Not in my home, thank God. My mom's held it down, so the step pops and shit, you know, so I didn't see a whole lot of that, but it was definitely around me, and like that shit definitely affected the children of those parents that I saw in the hallway that I went to school with. It was like repeating cycles. I'm just so fucking fortunate and blessed to like have the wherewithal, like the foresight to be like, yo, I'm not gonna do that to my kid. Show my kid that there's anything to be ashamed of about who they are. You know what I mean? And that's love too. You know, that's an act of love. And like sometimes love hurts. And I don't mean in like gun to your head, like, why can't you love me? You see what you make me do? I love you so much. No, fuck that. That's abuse. That's insane. Don't be that way. But I just mean like, you know, like love hurts because like sometimes you gotta let shit go out of love. That sucks, dude. That shit fucking sucks. Letting shit go out of love fucking blows, bro. Oh my God, because it's like 9 times out of 10 there's a villain. Somebody gotta do the breaking upping, and whoever the breaker upper is, man. Sorry, I got distracted by my ring. There we go. And whoever the breaker upper is, man, you just gotta wear that shit. You just gotta wear that cape, man. You just gotta be the villain. And like sometimes, bro, you will really be leaving someone because it's best for them. You got work to do. So like let me get up out of here so you could get to doing that. When feelings change, that shit sucks. But when feelings have not changed at all and you gotta go for your mental or your emotional health, when that shit is taking something away from you, when loving somebody so much is taking some shit away from you, that shit hurts like nothing else. It's me or them right now, because I'm gonna give them my everything and not level up. I'm gonna die loving this person and not get anywhere with my life. Ugh, I don't know. That's the second time I've tried to explain what I'm talking about, and I just can't. I guess that just speaks to how fucking complicated love is and how it's more than just like a deep affection or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's my time. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it so far? How does this microphone sound? I sound pretty okay on my headphones. I'm perfectly also very normal in this video. No, I didn't do anything outside, certainly, that involved lighting anything.